Shamattawa First Nation Chief Eric Redhead says his community needs help and fast. As of Monday, some 60 people in his community were infected with COVID-19. One of them is so sick they're in the intensive care unit here at the Brandon Regional Health Centre. Redhead says people in his community of about 1,300 residents are scared.
They're terrified. We're all terrified. You know, this is a scary time we're living in, and, you know, I'd say people are really scared. They're scared for their loved ones. They're scared for their own health and safety.
Now, Chief Redhead says more than 30 people are isolating off reserve. They were taken in by the Red Cross. He says his community has implemented emergency measures. That includes a curfew, a mask mandate, limits on how many people can be in the grocery store. The school and band office have also been closed. A rapid response team has also been sent in to help, but Redhead says that is not enough. He wants the military to set up a field hospital and bring in more medical help. Redhead says he has reached out to the Department of National Defence to try and mobilize the military. Today, his pleas made it to the House of Commons.
Will the Prime Minister heed the call of the Chief and send in the military supports that they need?
But the answer from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau likely isn't the one Redhead wanted to hear.
We've worked closely with Indigenous communities and Indigenous leadership across this country to ensure that they have everything they need.
Redhead says a tuberculosis outbreak that began in the summer and the overcrowding of homes are all contributing to this outbreak. In one case, he says an entire household of 13 people all contracted COVID-19. He says there simply isn't enough room for people to properly self-isolate, but he says some people are also just flouting the rules. That is something that Sherry Schwader says she has noticed as well. There are 12 people in her house, including a baby and 8 other children. She says while her family is staying home and doing everything they can, some aren't.
We wear masks, we hand sanitize, we try to be extra careful, but knowing that there's a lot of people out there that are not being careful and they're not taking this seriously, and I think that's why we're having really big spikes in the community.
Redhead says he isn't sure whether or not his call for help will be approved, but he says he and his community are simply out of tools to battle this outbreak as it stands, and he wants help now. Riley Lachuk, CBC News, Brandon.